Hey guys, and welcome to episode number 4 of the series where we're going from 0 gold all the way to gold cap from just selling transmogs. So we're over here at the den cave where the transmog cave is at. Basically I just call it the den cave, and we actually just started doing this for another video and we've got a really good drop. So we got these right here, the salt stone leg chains, and these are worth 124k on my server. Now if you don't know anything about this farm, it's an open world farm and you get some really good items here, but the main reason it's so good is because these big monsters right here, the den wompers, they actually have a hyper spawn, so they respawn extremely fast. We had to reset our loot appraiser, but we'll keep it running and we'll do this for a little bit now. And basically the macro that you want to be using when you're doing this farm is this right here. You want to change the target to den, that is like the first part of their name. So this is the macro that you can use. You want to make sure you've got your speed set on, obviously, and I'll just show you what you actually do in this farm. It's super easy. You don't have to loot up every time because you're going to do another lap. So the first lap you do not have to loot them up, but basically you go to the right side and you can do a loop around this cave, and you're going to keep on doing a loop, and it will bring you back around to the middle where you can then go around the side and it'll bring you right back to the start of this cave. It's a really chill farm to do. You can do it solo and it works extremely well. You don't have to worry about killing that guy, you don't get no loot from him. There's a few in the middle here that you don't want to miss, so you just jump through here, grab them ones, and then we're going to go up the right side and we're pretty much back at the start of the entrance. And what you can do from here is simply just rinse and repeat the circle. Now you want to make sure you're looting at least, so as you can see they've already respawned. You want to make sure you're looting at least every 2 minutes, just so you don't miss out on like your greens and your greys and your white items. But there's a whole heap of really good open world transmog pieces that you can actually get from doing this farm. So you pretty much just rinse and repeat that process and loot them up as you go. So we're going to do this for a little while and we'll see what items we can actually get. Like I mentioned before, we did get lucky and we actually got these right here. So that's a nice little 124k added to the challenge. We'll do it for a little bit and then we might mix it up, do some instant lockouts and maybe some group farms with some people. Now if you want to do group farms with us, I'll put the link for the community. We're currently at 99 people. It's called Gold Cap Legends and this is on the NA servers. I'll put a link for that in the description, and also all the methods that I'm doing inside of this challenge can all be found inside of my gold guide, and that will also be linked down in the description box. It just has a whole heap of different farming spots, different methods, how to make gold, from like professions, boosting, absolutely every single way that I know how to make gold in World of Warcraft I've put inside of that guide, just for a convenient place where you can find all the information. But also all the transmog farms are inside of there, and a step-by-step guide on how to actually get started with transmogs, what add-ons, how to set it all up so you can actually be doing transmog farming and selling them efficiently. But we'll do this for a little while and we'll see how we go. Right, so we did it for about half an hour. We got a couple of good items. We got about another 40k added to the 150k. Alrighty, so we're going to do 10 runs of Dragonflight East. We're just going to run to the second boss pretty much. We're not going to do full clears, just to pretty much the second boss and see what items we can get from there. It's like the quick way to do it, but you can still get a whole heap of transmogs and good items from doing it. Alright, let's see how we go. So I'll just show you how I like to run this, like the quick version and way to do it. You basically run straight here, jump down, clear all the mobs in here, go into the second boss right here, kill everything right there, and that is it. You can simply dream walk out of it after that, and then rinse and repeat. It only takes like a couple minutes to do each run. Another cool thing about this farm, you get a whole heap of classic herbing materials too from all the mobs that you kill. The golden thorns actually sell for a decent amount of gold at the moment, 43 gold. Same with the living essence, they're going for about 50 gold each too. So once you clear that room, you just come into the next room here. Now you can do the whole dungeon, however I just found it to be easier and quicker to do it this way. If you just want to do a quick transmog farm that you can get a bit of steady gold from the herbs and stuff. You basically just want to come here, gather all these guys together, and then you can pull them up behind the mob here, behind the pillar. So you grab the boss also, make sure you're pulling aggro and everything, and then you just want to hide behind this pillar, and you should be able to get all of them to stack up nicely. Even like the casters and everything should stack up. You stand right here, give it a little bit of time just so they can all stack up, and then AoE them down, loot them up, and then reset the dungeon pretty much. So we're going to be doing all 10 runs of this right here. And then once you're done, you simply, another thing you make a lot of consistent gold with, I forgot about this, but it's the fell cloth. It's actually worth 154 gold each, and you get a whole heap of it doing these runs. So once you're done, you just want to dream walk out, reset the dungeon, dream walk back, and you'll be at the very start of the dungeon. Alrighty, so we ended up doing just 5 runs. It took 22 minutes and we got 102k worth. I think what we're going to do is go send the transmogs to the transmog gold, and we're actually going to sell all these materials that we just got. There's like pretty like 5k in just materials that we got from doing them 5 runs. So it's a pretty nice consistent way to make some consistent gold. But anyways, we'll send over all the transmog pieces to the ult and go from there. And we're back on the transmog challenge. What we're going to do now is just do a bit of Solithus transmog farming. We're doing it with a few people from the community. Shout out this guy, absolute legend. Basically what we're going to be doing is just trying to get the last few really good items from Solithus before we'll move on to a different farm. We've done a fair bit of Solithus, but there was still like a whole heap of really good items, a few epic items that are worth a whole heap that we wanted to tick off the list. We have got the T-Boo's Blazing Longsword, but that's pretty much the only really good item we've got from here. So there's still like a whole heap more that we have a chance at getting. So we'll run this for a bit, and then I think we're going to do some island expeditions. Alrighty, so we've been going for about 35 minutes. We've got 140k worth. We're just going to clear out our bags, get them full. So to do that, this is how I'm personally doing it for the challenge. So we go to groups, we go to our transmog group, and then we click select all, and we add all of them to the group. This way I can vendor them. Anything that is under 100 gold will automatically vendor. So we go to TSM, go to groups, transmogs, and sell group. Now I've got it set up for the threshold to be anything under the market value of 100 gold. We'll simply sell when we do this. So as you can see, it's going through the items, selling the ones that are below the price, and then we'll keep all the other ones that are higher. Oh, we got a nice little 23k legs right there. So we're currently sitting at 44 minutes, 233k. Just a quick reminder, if you want to come do transmog farms or any sort of farms with us, you're more than welcome to join my community. I'll have a link down in the description box. It's called WOTLK Legends. Now this is on the NA servers, and it can be Horde or Alliance to actually join the community. So come along, join up, and even if you don't want to do farms with us, come and you can talk about making gold in World of Warcraft and just things like that. Oh, we had a purple drop. So one of the guys got it. It's a nice little one right there. About 30k. Oh, we just got 2 purples in a row. That was pretty lucky. This one's worth a bit more. On my round, it's 37k. It's a neck, so not that good for transmog, but still, we got 2 purples in the hour so far. Alrighty, so we've just reached the 1 hour mark. We farmed 285k worth of transmog items, a whole heap of really good pieces. So I think we're going to move on to the next farm. Alrighty guys, so we're back on the transmog challenge where we're going from 0 to gold cap, and we've got 33 sales. We've got a couple really big sales. So the glorious leg plates sold for 151k, and then the breastplate of that set sold for 81k. And we also got a piece of the jade. Now these are all from the Solithus gold farm, so that is paid off really well. What else we got? We just got a couple of other little ones around 3k, 2k, but the main thing are these 2 pieces of the glorious set. That's a lot of gold added to the challenge. Let's put that in the inventory and that will bring the total worth up to 388k for the Transmog challenge. So we're going pretty good. We're on episode number 4 at the moment. So what we're going to do now is we'll check out the auction house and we'll see what the total worth is at. So let's check that out real quick. Auctions. We're at 6,464,000 total. We've got a couple more sales here too. A little 2.7k and another one for 279 gold. So we're looking pretty good for the challenge. We've got a decent amount of items now on the auction house, so we're getting pretty consistent sales. What we're going to do next is go back out, do some more farming and see what we can get. Alrighty, so we're going to do some island expedition, see if we can get some good transmog pieces for the transmog challenge, and hopefully we can get something that's worth a lot of gold. Alright, let's queue it up. So when you're doing this, you obviously want to do mythic and then you set sail, and just like that it will queue us up. Alrighty, so we've queued up. We had to leave the queue that we had in looking for group. When you're doing this, you want to obviously queue for mythic and you want to have a group of 3 people. Now this is RNG, but if you get some of these items, they sell extremely well, and some of them for a whole heap of gold. So basically what you do is you farm 12,000 azurite, and then at the end you have a chance at getting an item, and you also will get this currency that you can buy crates with, and then inside the crates you can get transmogs, mounts and other cool things from here. So you can get azurite from doing a whole heap of different things inside of the map. You can do mining, you can kill mobs, there's elites, like there's mobs that you can kill that give a lot, bosses. Basically just go around, do all the objectives inside of here, and you'll get 12,000 azurite, and then the match will be complete. So here is a boss, and this guy will give a whole heap of azurite once I kill it. As you can see, it goes up super fast. We've been in here for like a minute, if that, and we're already at 600 azurite. Now the currency that you're farming is the blooms, and when you have a certain amount of those, you can buy the crates outside of here, which I'll show you where they are after this. And just like that, we're done our first round. So you'll get one of these sacks, or you can get direct items straight from completing it. I'll just show you where you spend the doubloons at before we queue up the next one. So the guy is just here. So the guy is right here, and as you can see, you can buy the crates with the doubloons. So we'll build up a whole heap of doubloons. We actually got a piece just then, which is really good. So we got that with the pouch that we got, and this one's actually worth 23,000 gold on my server, which is awesome. Oh nice, we got another piece. This sells for, we've sold these in the past too. This is a cool looking pirate hat, and it sells for about 4k, so it's nice. Alright, so we've done about 40 minutes or so of island expedition transmog farming, or farming in general. So we got this 23k waste. We got this cool pirate hat. We got 2 pirate hats actually, which are both cosmetics. This sells for 4.1k on my server. This one is 6.6k. A helm that sells for 3.9k, and then also this waist, which is on my server a bit cheap, but it's 3.6k. And we've got a couple thingos, but we're going to send these items off to our transmog banking alt. And I think this is where we're going to end this episode. We're up a whole heap of money. We'll actually jump over on the bank alt and we'll see what the total worth is sitting at. Alright, so let's grab them few island expedition pieces that we got. Let's collect those up. Oh, and we also have another 33k of sales in the mailbox. So we sold a piece of the jade set. We sold the leg plates. So the Solithus farms have been going really good for us. Let's collect that, and that brings our total up to 421k so far from just selling transmog pieces. That is awesome, and we're not that far into the challenge. Our end goal is to get that 10 million, and I think our auction house is starting to look really good. We'll just post up these real quick. We'll have a look. So it's currently at 6,432k. We'll add these few items. As you can see here are the prices. And this is where we're going to end this episode. So if you enjoyed this, hit the thumbs up button, and also if you want to learn how to do all these farms in depth, you can check out my gold making guide. It goes over transmog farming, it goes over everything about making gold in World of Warcraft, and it constantly gets updated. And if you already own a copy, you get the free updates completely for free if you already own a copy. Anyways guys, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe for the next episode.